A real warrior is willing to put his life on the line in order to overcome any adversity. Because they do it for the people who are fighting side by side with them. They do it in order to protect their loved ones back home. But we are all, in some way, scared of death. Even though we know it's inevitable. No one truly wants to die. But I'm willing to put my life on the line for those that I love, even if it means I gotta face death itself. Do you have the spirit to stand your ground and fight for what you believe in? Or are you going to cower and tuck your tail in the face of adversity? For we are all on the battleground of life. The only difference is their battle might not be the same as mine. But we all have a battle to face. And when soldiers train, they get pushed past their fear, preserved through fatigue, and then eventually gain confidence in their abilities. But fear doesn't exist. Something that we as people create when we face the unknown. But the unknown is only the unknown until we find the courage to take the first step and face it. It's like sitting in a dark room and imagine that the dark object that's sitting in the corner of your room floor is an unknown object. Something that you never seen before. So now fear is building up. Your mind starts to wonder. You're imagining every worst case scenario possible. Saying to yourself, what if someone just broke into my home? What if it's a ghost? Having constant thoughts of just what ifs. But somehow, you finally get the courage to just turn the lamp on and sit next to you. Just to realize it was a pile of clothes that you've got to fold. And it was just your imagination playing tricks on you. So I say this to tell you, you'll never know what's on the other side of that door or that obstacle that you're facing if you just stand there and do nothing. Because even though the challenge may seem difficult or life-threatening at first, sooner or later, you'll find out that true hardship was only in your imagination because you viewed the problem as too difficult. So it became too difficult. For the most dangerous thing to do in the midst of war is to freeze up or panic. Because that's when you have a high possibility of losing it all. Because life will take even the smallest opportunity to take all you got. So, breathe. Calm your mind when you're going up against any challenge. Because your mind will think of everything that can go wrong in order to protect itself. Trust everything that you learned along the way. And by doing that, you'll build up the courage to keep moving forward. So don't run from things you don't understand. Because there can't exist a problem if there's no solution. And there's no solution without a problem. So you can run away from your problems, but you can't hide. You might as well face it head on. Because even if you run from it, it's gonna still be there. For running from your problem can equate to running from your shadow. No matter how fast you run or where you go, it will still be there. I truly believe that this is what makes life the greatest teacher there of all times. For it'll show you your weakness, your strengths. It'll break you even. And it also builds you back up again. For it shows no favoritism. Nor does it care about the color of your skin. For it only cares about the one thing, and one thing only. That's the lesson that's being taught. So don't allow life to push you around. You must show it who's boss. This is what separates boys from men. Because there's people in this world that think that age is what makes you a man. But there's a lot of people who are older than you and still have to have a little boy mentality. One of the things that make you a man is the ability to remove your emotion and think rationally and solve problems. So you are going to work on you and fix you. Or are you going to allow life to keep you broken? You got things you going through in life, and instead of finding a solution for the problem, you walking around life crying and complaining. And crying ain't gonna fix the problem. So you can either be a man and find a solution, who keep crying and get nowhere. Fight, 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 fight. I was raised to run from no man, no matter how big or tall. You'll never back down, because the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Even though the challenge you face in life may seem bigger than you never back down. You must keep going. When life hits you, you hit back. If you get knocked down by life, you get back up. Because it might seem like you failed you. You might even feel like you're losing at first. And at times, you might even feel like you're getting no progress. But as long as you keep fighting, you never truly fail. It's not until you give up, quit, is when a battle is lost. If I wasn't raised, you hit me here, I turn the cheek, and you hit me there. If I was raised as a warrior, fighter. If I was raised to fight for what it is that I desire and the things that I want in my life. So that's what I will do. For I will not allow life to toss me around. So fight, even if you're tired. Fight for what you believe in. Fight for your loved ones. Fight because you know it's more out of life than what you've been getting. Fight because it's your life. And only you can dictate the outcome and nobody else. So don't allow life to push you around. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your belief, for your loved ones. And don't allow life to bully you. Because if it was too hard for you to overcome, you wouldn't be going through it in the first place. For the Most High doesn't give challenge to people he didn't believe could overcome it. So fight, goddammit. Because God is in your corner. Because with him, you can never lose. For the freedom that you have today is because of the sacrifices of those that came before you. Now you got the ability to go wherever you want. Do whatever you want. Because once upon a time, you couldn't do these things. Because of the color of your skin was different. You wasn't allowed to do these things. So remember, you are phenomenal if anybody tell you otherwise.